Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some more 1978 Braves baseball. And this is the first of four games between the Padres and the Braves before the All-Star break. And we're in Atlanta, and the starting lineup for the visiting San Diego's Padres, leading off playing left field is Richards, batting second playing short is Smith, batting third playing second base is Gonzalez, batting fourth playing center field is Winfield, batting fifth playing right field is Gamble, batting sixth playing third base is Ashford, batting seventh playing first base is Tennis, batting eighth doing the catching is Roberts, and on the mound doing the pitching is Perry. And now for the hometown Atlanta Braves, you got leading off playing second base is Royster, batting second playing center field is Office, batting third. We're going to change this lineup here. I'm going to change the lineup here. He's going to bat seventh. No is. Move him down the seventh. Batting third, playing right field is Matthews. Batting fourth, playing left field is Burris. Batting fifth, playing third base is Horner. Batting sixth, playing first base is Murphy. Batting seventh, doing the catching is Nolan. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Cheney. Batting ninth and on the mound is Mickey Mahler. Let's get down here to the field and get this game started here at the launching pad. And to lead it off for the Padres is Gene Richards, batting 257 with two homers and 19 RBIs. Mickey Mahler is making his ninth start, his 19th appearance. He's 1-7 with a 6.93 ERA. Here's the pitch to Gene. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Burris camps under it, makes the catch, and there's one down. And Ozzie Smith comes to the plate, batting 269 with three homers and 29 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Murphy. He'll take it himself, step on the bag, and there's two outs. And Gonzalez comes up, batting 219 with no homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Mickey. He tosses it over to Murph. That's a 1-2-3 top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Padres, nothing. Braves coming to the plate. The Braves will have Royster, Office, and Matthews due up. As you see, San Diego is 43-40. They're batting 245 with a 315 on base percentage, slugging 358 with an OPS of 673. The Braves are 30-50 with a 248 batting average, with a 312 on base percentage, slugging 353, and an OPS of 665. Jerry Royster's batting 264 in the year with no homers and 18 RBIs. Gaylord Perry's making his 18th start of the year. He's 7-7 with a 3.52 ERA. Here's the pitch to Royster. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Winfield in center field. And there is one down. Office comes to the plate, batting 286 with three homers and 22 RBIs. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Gene makes the catch, and there's quickly two down here in the first. Can Sarge get a two-out rally going? Matthews batting 269 with 7 homers and 27 RBIs. And that's going to be a comebacker to Perry. He tosses it over to Gene. And it's a 1-2-3 first for the Braves. We go to the top of the second. No score. You have Winfield, Gamble, and Ashford due up here for the Padres. Winfield batting 257 with 12 homers and 46 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Mickey strikes him out. Mickey's first strikeout of the game. One up and one down. Oscar Gamble comes up batting 310, off to a great start here. halfway through the year with 5 homers and 37 RBI. And that's going to be a base hit. In the left field, the first base runner of the game, first hit for the Padres. Now Ashford comes up with a runner on first and 1 out. Ashford's batting .221 with no homers and 8 RBIs. Braves looking for that double play ball. And that's not going to happen against the lefty. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. Matthews does not have a great arm. Oscar with average speed out there. And that'll be a 41. And a 27. They're going to send him down the third. 10. Matthews throwing him out. 53 or lower. He's safe. And he's in there at third. So it's a single in the right field. Runners on the corner. And 1 out. And Gene's up. Gene Tennis. Ground ball here could get the double play the Braves need here to stay out of this inning with nobody scoring. First and third. 1 out. Gene batting .216 with 6 homers and 20 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And let's see here. That'll be a 53 for him to tag up. He's probably going to score here. And only a 66 can Burris throw him out. And he's in there with a sacrifice fly. And it's 1-0 San Diego. And there's 2 outs, a runner on first. And Roberts is at the plate. Dave's batting .241 with 1 homer and 9 RBI. San Diego's up 1-0. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Mickey strikes him out. But the Padres take the lead on the sacrifice fly, and we go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 San Diego. Burris, Horner, and Murphy due up here in the bottom of the second. And Burris is batting .333. He's got 13 homers and 56 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's the Braves' first base runner of the game. Time run down at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. Nobody out, and Bob Horner batting only .215. Does have 5 homers and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. It'll be a 14. And that is going to be a base hit in the right field. Burris with his speed and nobody out is going to stop at second. So the Braves making some noise here in the bottom part of the second. First 2 batters are aboard. First and second, nobody out for the Murph. Murph's batting .225. He does have 18 homers though, and 37 RBIs. Can the Murph tie this game up with 1 swing here? That's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 17. And that's going to be popped up down the short as Dave Gardner joins us here. I hear you, buddy. And that'll be a pop up down the short. And there will be 1 down now. And now you got Joe Nolan up, still first and second, but now with 1 out. Padres looking to turn 2. Nolan's only batting .212 on the year. He does have a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a base. Oh, no, it's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Nolan. So here's the 2-0 pitch. Can Nolan do anything about it? Nope, that's going to be popped up down the third as Ashford waits for it. So 2 pop-ups. Perry trying to get out of this mess with nobody scoring. It's up to Cheney here. 2 down, runners on first and second. And Cheney's batting .223. He has a homer and 9 RBIs. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. And is that going to make it through here? A 55 and a 7. That'll be fielding column 3. That's going to be a single through second. He's going to stop at third, so the bases will be loaded. Bases are loaded for Mickey. Can Mickey deliver himself here? Bases full of Braves, but not who you want at the plate in the pitcher. See if he can help his own cause. Burris at third, Horner at second, Cheney at first, Mickey at the plate, batting .067. He is 1 for 15. Can he double his hit production here and drive in a run? And nope, that is going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. Perry strikes him out. His first strikeout of the game with the bases loaded. The Braves strand 3. We get to the top of the third. It's still a 1-0 ball game. And speaking of Perry, he's going to lead it off here, followed by Richards and Smith. And Perry's batting .077 on the year. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be he says, check this out. That's a base hit. Perry says, I can do it. We don't need no stinking DH. Gaylord's down at first with a leadoff single. Mickey's wishing he could at least done that and drove in a run. Now you got Gene Richards up. He's 0 for 1, flew out his first time up. And that's going to be back-to-back hits. That's going to be a single in the left field with Perry's speed. Obviously, he's stopping at second with nobody out. And the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith's up. And now the Padres first and second and nobody out. Can Mickey get out of this like Gaylord did with nobody scoring? Ozzie grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a big swing and a miss, a big strikeout by Mick. Now there's one down, and a ground ball might get you out of this inning. As Gonzalez comes up, he did ground out the last time up. Here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 51 and a 2 is probably fielding column 3, and it is. And that's going to be hit down the first. Murphy's going to fire down the Cheney covering second. They'll get the runner out at second. But now you got first and third and 2 down for Dave Winfield. So Mickey's 1 out away from getting out of this mess. He struck out Winfield his last time up. And now he's going to do it again. Dave Winfield goes down swinging for the second time, and Mick gets out of that first and second. Nobody out with nobody scoring. Pitchers are pitching around some problems here, and we got us a 1-0 San Diego lead. We go to the bottom of the third with the top of the order due up here. Royster, Office, and Matthews. And Jerry is 0 for 1. He flew out the center his first time up. And that ball's well hit. Let's see where Royster puts this one at. In Atlanta. And that ball is hit well up against the wall. Royster's got himself a leadoff double here to start this third inning. Braves got the time running scoring position and nobody out. And the Greyhound Office is up. He's 0 for 1, flew out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And let's see. Royster's going to stay put. And now there's 1 out. And the Sarge comes up here. And Matthews is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher his last time up. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 21 and a 9. That's going to be a ground ball again back to the, that'll be down the first. 45 and a 3. 45 and a 3. 45 and a 2. That'll be fielding column 1. And that'll be hit down the first. The runner will get down the third, though. So Royster's down at third. Now with 2 outs, and it's up to Jeff Burris to deliver the tying run here. Burris walked his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Perry gets out of the leadoff double. And again, nobody scores. To the top of the fourth we go in a 1-0 ball game. You have Gamble, Ashford, and Tennis due up. Oscar, he singled and came around to score the only run of the ball game. Back in the second, and that's going to be another base hit. Oscar's got Mickey figured out. The lefty doesn't bother him. He's aboard here with a leadoff single. And Tucker, he's 1-for-1. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Mickey with his 5th strikeout of the game. He's starting to look like Linda Ronstadt, starting to throw blue bayous by these Padres. Gene had a sacrifice fly his last time up. He's ready. And here's the pitch. And that's back-to-back strikeouts. Mick, he's starting to look like a Hall of Famer all of a sudden now with 6 strikeouts through 3 2/3. And Dave Roberts, speaking of strikeouts, struck out his last time up. Can Mickey strike out the side after giving up the leadoff single? And nope, but that'll be a ground ball down to Cheney. He fires over to first. And the Padres strand 1 as Aaron Reed joins us here. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We got Horner, Murphy, and Nolan due up. Bob singled back in the 2nd. Can Bob get aboard again here? And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and these guys are starting to mow him down. That's Perry's 3rd strikeout. That brings the Murph up now with 1 out, nobody on. Murphy popped up the short his first time up. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts for Perry. Can he strike the side out in order here? 2 up and 2 down. Nolan's 0-for-1. He popped up the short also. And that's going to be a comebacker. Perry picks it up, fires it over to first. Braves go down in order. To the top of the 5th we go. Perry will lead it off, followed by Richards and Smith. Perry singled his first time up because he says he don't need no stinking DH. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jeff. And there's 1 down. Jimmy Richards comes to the plate now with 1 out and nobody on. He's 1-for-2, singled his last time up in the 3rd. And that's going to be a fly ball. This one out to Office. So quickly 2 out here in the 5th. And Ozzie Smith comes to the plate, 0-for-2, struck out his last time up. And this is going to be a base hit in the left field. The Wizards on here with 2 outs. Gonzalez comes to the plate. And the Wizard is going to try to take off and steal. Matter of fact, he can't get thrown out, I don't think. Guess he could get thrown out. It'll be a 33. So a 63 or lower, he's safe. And he's in there with a stolen base. So the Wizard gets in the scoring position now with 2 outs and Gonzalez up. Gonzalez is 0-for-2 today. And that's going to be a pop up down the 2nd. Royster waits for the Rainmaker to come down. Smith gets stranded at 2nd. To the bottom of the 5th we go with the bottom part of the order due up here. Cheney, Mickey, and then back to the top with Royster. Cheney singled back in the 2nd. He's 1-for-1. That's going to be a fly ball out to Oscar. And there's 1 down. And Mickey gets something going here. Remember, he was up back in the 2nd with the bases loaded and struck out. He's 0-for-1. And that's going to be another 0-for-2. That's a ground ball down the 2nd. Gonzalez tosses it over to Gene, and there's quickly 2 down. And now Royster's up. Can he get a 2-out rally going? He doubled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Smith. Easy play. Braves go down 1, 2, 3. To the top of the 6th we go in this 1-0 San Diego lead. Got the big boys due up here. Winfield, Gamble, and Ashford. See, the Braves got 3 more games here in Atlanta. A doubleheader on the 8th, and then the final game on the 9th before the All-Star break. Then after the All-Star break, the Phillies come to town. So Winfield is 0-for-2. Mickey has struck him out twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Royster. And there's one out. Oscar Gamble comes to the plate, and he's 2 for 2. He has singled twice and came around to score the only run of the game. That's a swing and a miss. Mickey's now up to 7 strikeouts. And Ashford comes up. He's 1 for 2. He's walked and struck out. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. So now there's one on with 2 outs. And Gene comes to the plate. And Gene is 0 for 1. He has a sacrifice fly and a strikeout. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Mick's getting himself into a little bit of trouble here in the 6th after getting 2 outs. Goes up the single and now a walk. First and second, and Dave Roberts up. Dave is 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a pop up down the 3rd. Warner makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. And the Padres strand 2 to the bottom of the 6th we go. Got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here for the Braves. Can they make some noise here in the 6th? Office, Matthews, and Burris. Office is 0 for 2. Flown out twice. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves will take it. That puts the tying run on. With the big boys coming up, go ahead and run at the plate and Sarge. Matthews is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that's going to be a pop-up straight up the chute. Roberts makes the catch. And that'll be 1 down. And now it's up to Jeff Burris with a runner on first. 1 out. And Burris is 0 for 1. He has yet to put the ball in play. He has walked and struck out. And that's going to be against the righty. 19 and an 8. And that's going to be a ground ball. 54 and a 2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Burr strikes out for the 2nd time. So it's up to Bob Horner to try to make Perry pay for that leadoff walk. Horner's 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be a pop-up down the 3rd. Ashford makes the catch. And the Braves strand 1 to the top of the 7th we go in this pitching duel. It's a 1-0 ball game. And San Diego is going to let Perry bat for himself here, followed by Richards and Smith. He's pitching a 3-hit shutout. He's 1 for 2 today also. And that's going to be a rare play, a 46 and a 36. And that's going to be a 6, 8, 9, 17. That's going to be a foul out to right field. So in foul territory, Matthews makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And now Gene Richards comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3. He's singled back in the 3rd. And that's going to be another single. So Gene gets aboard here for the 2nd time today. 3, and he's going to try to take off and steal and get in scoring position. And that'll be a 56 or lower. And Joe throwing him out. Nope, Gene's down at 2nd with 1 out now. And a insurance run in scoring position for Ozzie Smith. Ozzie's 1 for 3 with a stolen base today. And that's going to be a ground ball. 34 and a 7. 34 and a 7 should be fielding column 2, and it is. That's going to be a pop up down the third. Horner makes the catch, and there's 2 down now. Gonzalez comes up, 2 outs, runner on second. And Gonzalez is 0 for 3. He is grounded out, popped up, and he gets a hold of this. He drives that ball in the right field. And with Gene's speed, he should score easily and double your fun, double your pleasure, and double the lead with double mint gum. That'll be a 42. 2 outs, it'll be a 52. And that's now a 2-0 ball game, as Gonzalez delivers the 2-out base hit. And now it's runner on first. And Dave Winfield up with 2 down. Winfield's 0 for 3. He struck out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And that's going to be a single in the center. And the runner's going to stop at second. And all of a sudden, Mickey can't get that elusive third out here. Now you got first and second. 2 down. They'd like to get him out of this inning here. See if he can get Gamble here, the lefty. Gamble's got his number. He's 2 for 3 today. He did strike out his last time up, though. And not this time. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. Base hit in the center field. And a 2. And that's going to score Gonzalez with 2 outs easily. The question is, will Winfield get down the third? And with his speed, I would say he does with 2 outs. So now you got first and third. And 2 down. And a 3-0 ball game. And that's going to be it for Mick. And Solomon's probably going to come in the game here with the righties coming up. Let's see. Yeah, Eddie Solomon's going to come out of the bullpen. Or not. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Solomon will come out of the bullpen, as Mick can't get through this inning. All right, this is Eddie's 25th appearance. He's 1-3 with 1 save and a 5.65 ERA. Runners in first and third, 2 outs, and now a 3-0 ball game. Tucker is 2 for 3. He's singled twice and struck out. And that's going to be a going to be a pop-up down the third. Horner calls for it, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. But the Padres score 2. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 3-0 San Diego. And in the bottom of the 7th, you got Murphy, Nolan, and Cheney due up, trailing by 3. Perry's pitching a 3-hit shutout. Murph is 0 for 2. He's popped up and struck out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Perry strikes him out for the 2nd time in a row. And Gaylord's up to 6 strikeouts now. And Joe Nolan comes to the plate. And Joe, he is 0 for 2. He has popped up and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Oscar. And there's quickly 2 down here in the 7th. And Cheney comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today, singled back in the 2nd inning. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Perry gets the Braves 1-2-3 here in the seventh. We go to the top of the eighth. The Braves still trailing by 3. Got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Padres, the bottom third. Tennis, Roberts, and Perry. Gene is 0 for 1 with an RBI in the game. And that's going to be a fly ball out the office. And there is now 1 out. Dave Roberts comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. He is grounded out, popped up, and struck out. And that's going to be a rare play of 38 and a 63. And that is ball 1, just a bit outside. So here's the 1-0 pitch to Roberts. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Solomon with his first strikeout victim. And now it's up to Perry to get a 2-out rally going. He's 1 for 3 today. Singled his first time up. And that's a swing and a miss. And Eddie strikes out the last 2. We go to the bottom of the eighth. Braves need to get something going, trailing by 3. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Solomon. And then back to the top of the order here. So let's see who's going to come off the bench against Perry. And Murph can catch if we need him. So Pokeroba's going to come off the bench. Biff is. Like say, Murph can always catch if something happens to Joe. So Pokeroba will come off the bench here. Start this 8th inning. Pokeroba's batting .244 with 6 homers and 25 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Winfield. And there's 1 down here in the 8th. We go back to the top of the order, and Jerry Royster. Royster has doubled in this game. He's 1 for 3. And that's going to be against the righty. 18 is going to be a fly out the center field. Winfield's busy this inning. 2 fly balls, 2 outs. So it's up to Office here to get something going. Office is 0 for 2. He did walk his last time up. And he's going to walk again. So now you got a runner on first, and Matthews is up. Can Sarge keep this inning going? That will get the bullpen up and stretching. Matthews is 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Perry tells him to sit back down. He's got this. We go to the top of the 9th. It's 3-0 San Diego. Let's see who's going to come out here and pitch. You got the lefty, a switch hitter, and a righty. So Craig will probably be coming out of the bullpen here. So Craig will come out here and try to keep this a 3-0 ball game. This is Craig's 13th appearance. He's 2-3 with a 3.31 ERA. And he'll be facing the top of the order. Richards, Smith, and Gonzalez. Gene is 2 for 4 with a stolen base, and he scored once. And that's going to be a rare play of 40 and a 61. And that's going to be hit down the short. Have to re-roll some dice. Chaney down there, a 62 and an 8. This ain't going to be good. 62 and an 8 fielding column 3. That's going to be a single. Chaney can't get to it, so Gene's aboard here with a leadoff single. And he's probably going to be taken off here, trying to get into scoring position and add to this 4-0 lead. And it'll be a 31. That'll be a 61 or lower. Can they throw him out? Nope. He's down there with his second stolen base of the game. So now you got 1 on in scoring position, nobody out. Ozzy's 1 for 4 with a stolen base. And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll be a 12 and a 8. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And with Gene's speed, he may score. There's nobody out, though. So let's see here. That'll be a 45. Nope. It's going to be a 55. And yep, Gene's going to score an RBI single. And it is now 4-0. Still nobody out here in the 9th. And Gonzalez is up. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI. And again, Ozzy's going to take off here. And it'll only be a 65 or a 66 to throw him out. Now a 63. Royster puts the tag on him. He swears he's out. The ump says he's safe and isn't changing his mind. Nice throw by Nolan. They say Ozzy snuck under the throw. Sure, close play down there at second. But now nobody out and a runner down at second. And that's going to be a ground ball down to short. He'll look the runner back to second, fire over to first. And there's 1 out. Now Dave Winfield comes to the plate. They're going to walk Winfield intentionally to set up the double play and the pitch to the lefty. So now you got first and second. 1 out. Oscar's up. Oscar is 3 for 4 with an RBI in this game. And that's going to be a base on balls. And now the bases are full of Padres. And Ashford's up. And the Braves are going to play back for the double play ball. Ashford is 2 for 4. He has singled, twice struck out and popped up. And that's not going to work. That's going to be a 7 and an 8. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And Winfield will probably score here with his speed. Grease lightning. That'll be a 51. Yeah, he'll score. The question is, can Gamble get down? Gamble will stop at second. So it's a 2 RBI single, and that busts this game wide open as Ashford with a 2 RBIs makes it a 6-0 ball game, and Gene comes up. And what once was a 1-0 game back in the 6th is now turned into a 6-0 blowout. And Gene's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Craig strikes him out for out number 2. And now Roberts comes up. And Roberts is 0 for 4. He has struck out twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Royster. Actually, it's going to be a pop-up down to Royster. And that'll end the inning. But the Padres score 3 more, make it a 6-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Perry looking for a complete game shutout. He's got the big boys due up, but they got a lot of work to do now, down by 6. Burris, Horner, and Murphy. Jeff is 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. And he finally puts some wood on the ball, and that's a base hit. Braves aren't done yet. Base hit in the right field. And now Horner comes to the plate. Horner's 1 for 3, singled back in the second. And he gets a hold of this. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye, Bob Horner, with his sixth homer of the year. Makes it a 6-2 ball game, so the Braves ain't getting shut out. And that's going to be it for Perry. They're going to bring in the bullpen here now that he's given up some runs. Can't get a single out here in the ninth. And let's see, you got Murphy, Nolan, and Cheney due up here. They gotta. Who are they going to bring in here? Who is the Padres going to bring in? Because Perry was cruising through 8, that's for sure. Let's see who hasn't pitched in a while here. And they're going to bring in Wile Coyote. Mark Wiley is going to come in here. So Wile Coyote. This is Mark Wiley's third appearance. He is 1-0 with a 2.0 ERA. Nobody on, nobody out in a 6-2 game. Murphy is 0 for 3. He has popped up and struck out twice. And that's going to be a base on balls. And the Braves all of a sudden making some noise here in this ninth inning. Now you got Joe up. Joe is 0 for 3. He has popped up, grounded out, and flown out. Can they keep this merry-go-round going? And yes, they can. Against the righty, that's going to be a base hit in the left field, and that's going to get the bullpen up again. As all of a sudden now, tying run is on the on deck circle, and Cheney's up, and Cheney's 1 for 3. He is singled back in the second, and you got first and second, and nobody out here in the ninth. How big was those 3 runs in the ninth? Cheney 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound of 53. And he'll throw down the Smith. While he will, that'll be a 1-6 put out. So now there's runners at first and third. And 1 out now, and we'll have a pitch hitter here for Craig. So he's going to come off the bench. And I think you don't got a pure lefty on the bench. Who are they going to bring off the bench now? They're going to bring Barry off the bench. Barry Bonnell is going to come off the bench. They don't got a lefty on the bench. So Barry's going to come off the bench here. Yeah, I thought the same thing. It was put on ice, but these Braves are trying to make a comeback here. Can Barry keep it going? Yeah, I thought the same thing, Aaron. These Braves are showing some spunk here. And Barry comes to the plate, batting .219 with a homer and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Mark strikes him out. No, he doesn't strike him out. That is going to be, yeah, it is a strikeout. Even the R, he strikes him out. Just notice the R. But he still strikes him out even with the R. So now Royster's up. 2 down, runners on first and third. Royster's 1 for 4 with a double. And he gets a hold of this. This game ain't over yet, folks. Here's the pitch, and he smacks that ball in the right field, deep center field. And that's probably going to score Cheney from first with 2 outs. And it is. And just like that, it is now a 6-4 ball game. And the tying run comes to the plate in office. And that's going to be it for Wile Coyote. Super genius. And they're going to the bullpen again. Once was a 6-0 lead is now a 6-4 ball game. And the count's coming in the game. Didn't think they was going to have to use him. Runner on second, time run at the plate in office, and the count's coming in the game. See what John can do. Can he put an amen to this for the Padres, or will the Braves have a miracle comeback here? And I think they're going to do a double switch just in case this ball game gets tied now. Roberts will come out of the game, so they'll do a double switch here. And Sweet will come in the game. Rick will come in and bat in the 9 spot and catch. And the count will come in and bat in the 8 spot. Just in case they tie this game up and don't want to have to burn through another pitcher. So the count will come in. He'll bat in the 8 spot. And Sweet will come in, bat in the 9 spot and catch. So we got a completely different battery made here. You got John pitching. This is his 24th appearance. He's 1-1 with 1 save. And Rick Sweet's behind the plate. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Yeah. Aaron says Sweet managed the Louisville Bats. So you got Office up. Runner on second. 2 down in a 6-4 game. Office is 0 for 2. He has walked his last 2 times up, though. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 18 and a 10. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Oscar Gamble makes a diving catch and robs a hit from Office, and that ends the ball game. Damn. Nice play out there by Oscar Gamble. Take a look here at the box score. Yeah, that's who it is, Aaron. Yep, the count. Let's see here. What a game. Braves came back and made it interesting. Made it interesting. Let's go to the box score here. Thought this game was over a long time ago, but they made a chase for it, that's for sure. Once was a 6-0 lead, 6-4 ball game. The Padres 6 runs on 14 hits and no errors. The Braves 4 runs, 7 hits and no errors. How big was those 3 runs in the top of the 9th? Gene Richards was 3 for 5. Ozzie was 2 for 5. Gamble was 3 for 5. Ashford 3 for 5. The Padres were 4 for 14 with runners on base. They left 11 men on. Give the Braves credit. Stranded 11 of them. Jerry Royster was 2 for 5. Bob Horner was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Royster also had 2 RBIs. The Braves were only 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Left 7 men on base. Gaylord gets the win. He goes to 8-7, goes 8 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 3, struck out 8, and gave up a homer. He actually pitched 8+ innings. Wiley comes in 2/3 of an inning. He tried to blow this game. 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, and struck out 1. And the count comes in, picks up his second save, 1/3 of an inning. Mickey drops to 1-8, 6 2/3, 11 hits, but scattered 11 hits. Only gave up 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 7. Actually pitched a good game. Sullivan comes in, pitches a inning and a third with 2 strikeouts, and Craig comes in and kind of screws him with 1 inning of pitch, 3 hits, 3 runs, walked 2 and struck out 1. Now let's play the rest of the National League here. Take a look at the box scores. After we play the games, since we've already played all the American League games. And first up is the Giants and the Reds, and the Reds beat the Giants. Since Aaron Reed's here, we'll take a look. It's a doubleheader. So in the first game here, we'll look at the box score. The Reds 5 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. The Giants 3 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. And McCovey was the only Giant with a multiple hit game. He was 2 for 4. And old Madlock came in with a pitch hit homer for the Giants. The Giants were 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position, left 6 men on base. And the only multiple hit game for the player for the Reds was Tom Seaver. Says he don't need no stinking DH. He was 2 for 3. The Reds were only 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. George Foster hit his 17th homer, and they left 7 men on base. Blue goes to 6 and 7, 7 and a third, 5 hits, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 4, and gave up the homer. Lavelle comes in 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk. Tom Seaver gets a no decision, 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, and a homer. And Baborn comes in 7 and 4 now with the win, 1 inning. And Bear comes in, gets a 17th save, 1 inning, 1 hit. Let's see what happened in game number 2. The Giants bounce back in game number 2 and take it 3-2 with Jack Clark hitting a homer in this one. Giants 3 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. The Reds 2 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. Plenty of hits, just didn't score. Clark with the homer. Dreesen was 3 for 4 for the Reds. They was 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position, left 9 men on base. The next game, what's the star for here? The Dodgers and the Astros. The Dodgers had 20 hits, 9 runs, 20 hits, and no errors. The Astros, 2 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. Then you had the Cubbies taking on the Mets. That also has a star. And the Cubbies also with 20 hits. Hit parade here. 13 runs, 20 hits, and 1 error for the Cubbies. And the Mets, 12 runs, 15 hits, and no errors. Yeah, they had to split with them stinking Giants. And a battle for the National League East. The Expos beat up on the damn Phillies, and Steve Rogers is going off. The Expos 10 runs on 14 hits and no errors. Phillies 1 run, 6 hits, and 2 errors. And the last game here on the 9th, or on the 7th rather, is the Pirates and the Cardinals. And the Candyman throws a complete game, and the Pirates win 6-1 on 9 hits and no errors. The Cardinals 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 error. Take a look here at the standing and leaderboard in the National League. And with that win, the Expos are now a game and a half back of the Phillies. The Pirates are 5.5 games back. The Cubs 8 games back. The Mets 19, and the Cardinals 19.5 games back. And out west, the Giants are now 3.5 games up on the Dodgers. The Padres are 8 games back. The Astros 9.5. Reds 13, and the Braves with the loss 20.5 games back. Jack Clark's leading the National League with a .339 batting average. Dale Murphy's leading the National League with 18 homers, and Steve Garvey's leading with 71 RBIs. And Steve Rogers lowers his ERA to 1.96 to lead the National League, and he is the first pitcher in the majors to get to 14 wins. And Raleigh Fingers now has 18 saves on the year for the Padres. George Foster still leading in MVP voting, and Steve Rogers with leading in ERA and wins, leading in the Cy Young. And on the July 8th, it'll be a doubleheader between these two teams. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup in these doubleheader. Game number one is going to be Shirley against Hannah. Oh, it's not a doubleheader. Yeah, it is. That's the ninth. Wrong pitching matchup. Sorry about that. So, on July 9th, you're going to have Jones against Rick Camp in game number one, and Rasmussen going up against Easterly in game number two. I want to thank Aaron Reed and Dave Gardner. Check out both of their great channels, folks, for stopping here today. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.